Thank you for this opportunity to say a few words for Lolita Tokite. I would like to clarify that our goal is now, and always has been, to work alongside the Miami Seaquarium and now Palace Entertainment, Parcos Reunidos, and Arle Capital to do the right thing for Lolita and, in fact, for their company's best interests. Now, of course, our overall goals and interests may not completely coincide, but on this line of action, on the operation of returning her to her home waters, to rehabilitate, to regain her strength and stamina, to become refamiliarized with the waters where she was born and raised by her family, taught how to catch fish, taught how to communicate, taught all the social behaviors and relationships that come with being an orca. I think that these companies can gain tremendous public relations benefits. Their image, their brand, it could be greatly enhanced by being not just a participant but a champion, being a hero in this operation. The times have changed. 5, 6 years ago, it was family fun, it was entertainment, it was conservation oriented, it was a way to get close to nature, to go to facilities where orcas and other animals performed for the public. But that's no longer true, especially for orcas. It's becoming incredibly obvious that they are not adaptable to any kind of confinement, any kind of capture situation. There is no way to build a facility that can adequately hold an orca that is not stressful and ultimately leads to sickness and untimely death. So we would like to invite the Seaquarium and Arle Capital to talk to us, to find out how to go about helping her and helping yourselves at the same time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tim Gorski, producer and director for RTC Productions. I'm speaking with you on behalf of Marine Connection, Orca Network, and Lolita the Killer Whale at the Miami Seaquarium. In 2003, I released a very revealing documentary on Lolita's capture and her life at the Miami Seaquarium. In the film, we unveiled a dilapidated park in really serious disrepair. There were 167 fire hazards, building code violations. We documented Lolita's substandard living conditions by USDA standards and the growing demand for her retirement. She's worked for more than 40 years, and there's an increasing number of people around the world that truly believe Lolita deserves to be retired to a much more suitable habitat, a natural sea pen. Lolita has recently been listed by the Endangered Species Act as part of an endangered pod of whales known as the L pod, making it illegal to harass her in captivity. There are several lawsuits against the Miami Seaquarium for violating this act and her basic needs. I understand Arle has strong corporate ethical standards, and as the fund managers for Candover's investments, I therefore ask you to please consider the wishes of thousands of people to help Lolita spend her remaining days in a more suitable environment. I ask you to please urge Palace Entertainment to work with Marine Connection and Orca Network to organize the proper retirement for Lolita. She's definitely earned it. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Paul Spong. I'm a co-director of Orcalab, which is a whale research station on Henson Island in the central coast of British Columbia, Canada. I've been studying orcas for many decades, actually, now. And early on, I worked with them in captivity. I also had an opportunity to look at the brains of orcas. One of the immediate things that occurred to me was that this is an incredibly advanced being. Orcas have the second largest brain on the planet. They're nearly 4 times as large as a human brain, and obviously very, very complex. So this is, in a way, a mystery, but it also explains, I think, a lot about what we know about orcas now. We know, for example, that they are social beings, that they live in families that they retain membership of for their entire lives. And we know that they recognize each other and that they cooperate with one another. They're really quite incredible. They have a wonderful sense of each other, I think. And that's what gives me the greatest hope for Lolita, and for Gorski, I have to say, who is on the other side of North America, also swimming in a concrete tank that she's been in for many decades. And that what we need to know if we're thinking about taking somebody who's been in captivity for a long time back to their family and giving them a chance for a new life, is that they recognize one another. Many years ago, we had an experience with Gorski in which we played the sounds of her family back to her when she was in a tank at SeaWorld. And she obviously recognized them. I'm quite sure with Lolita that if she's given an opportunity, she'll recognize her family, she'll be able to rejoin them, at least in a retirement home, and that she may have a life beyond what she's experiencing right now. She's done so much for people in her captive situation. I just think she deserves a chance to go back to the ocean, to meet her family again, and potentially have a new life. It's only fair.
This is a message for Arle Capital. I'm speaking to you today about Lolita, the orca currently held at Miami Sea Aquarium. She was taken from the wild in 1970 and currently lives in a tank which doesn't even meet US federal agency standards for keeping orcas. Lolita is there 365 days a year, 24/7, in solitude, with no other member of her species for company. If she were human, this would be deemed cruel. And if it's not all right for us, why is it all right for Lolita? In the USA, the average working life is 40 years, with retirement at 65. Lolita has been working in the captivity industry for almost half a century, and we believe she deserves to return to being the wild orca she was born to be, and indeed once was. Lolita's mother is still alive, living in the family pod that Lolita was born into, and we're asking you to allow her the opportunity to retire to a more natural setting in her native waters. With her social structure still in place, we believe this is possible. I'm therefore appealing to Arle Capital to open dialogue with Marine Connection and Orca Network to discuss retirement plans for Lolita on behalf of your clients, whose portfolio includes Miami Sea Aquarium. You have the power to change Lolita's life for the better forever. Miami Sea Aquarium have been party to creating this situation for Lolita, and we now think they should consider being part of the solution. It's time to allow Lolita to go home.